Are you excited for Halloween, everybody? Yeah.
Thanks for asking, but I'm not entirely sure that I am ready for Halloween. I mean, can you believe that Halloween is here already? I can't. I still haven't even said goodbye to summer yet. I'm still holding on, trying to hold hands with summer, and Halloween is here. I've been ignoring all the decorations in the stores because I'm like, it can't be Halloween already. So no, I don't think that I am ready for Halloween. But I will say this, there are many who are. And since Happy Life Studios is the official podcast of the holidays, well, we're going to have to put something together for those people. But for those of you that are like me that aren't ready, this is also for you as well. If you're not ready for Halloween yet, well, the good news is we're putting this out on the Monday before. I often forget to post the Monday before. Usually when I post on a regular Monday, when it's over Halloween, it's because Halloween is on Monday. I usually have to do like a bonus episode for Halloween because Halloween always sneaks up on me. Halloween has a way of being like a ninja, right? A lot of people will be dressed up as ninjas this Halloween. My boys dressed up like ninjas a lot over the years. That's what Halloween is kind of like. It's kind of like a ninja that sneaks up on me and shocks me every time I'm here. You know, you see the decorations in the mall, in the stores, and you're thinking, yeah, but they're just celebrating early because that's what stores do. I tend to want to ignore the fact that the decorations are there. Yeah, I know the decorations are there. I can see them, but they're just overexcited. We are still a long ways off until Halloween gets here. But the point I was trying to get to is that we're posting this on Monday. Halloween isn't until, is it Friday? So we have some time to get ourselves ready. And when you listen to this episode, I think this is also going to get you ready for the holidays. So, Happy Life Studios being the official podcast of the holidays. For those of you that are ready, you're going to love this episode. For those of you that aren't ready, I think you're going to like this episode too. I think by the end of this episode, you will be ready because we've got some cool things to talk about.
Well, what's the second
Here it
verse?
goes. Go. Hey, are you happy?
Now that's a great question.
When the sun comes down, when the sun comes up, down,
Welcome
up.
to Happy Life Studios.
Hey, are you happy?
We're here to help your life be happier.
What's up, Happy Lifer? Thanks for joining us today. We are so happy you did. And happy Halloween. Maybe I should say happy Halloweekend.
Holiday hoopy whatty?
Exactly. That's what I thought the first time I heard of Halloweekend as well, which was just a few days ago. I heard on the radio some DJs talking about Halloweekend. Have you heard of Halloweekend before?
What?
I've never heard of Halloweekend before. But there are a lot of people that have. In fact, people have been celebrating Halloween around the year. Did you know there's like half a dozen or more holidays out there that are kind of like Halloween in different cultures all around the world? People celebrate their ancestors and those that have gone on before them. There's so many levels to Halloween. If you don't like Halloween, I completely understand. But I have something for you as well. Let's get back to Halloweekend. Halloweekend, it's a portmanteau. A portmanteau, we talked about it actually in our episode 417. It was our Juneteenth bonus episode. Juneteenth is a portmanteau. A portmanteau is a new word that's created out of two other words. Halloween itself is a portmanteau. Hallow, which is German for holy, and een, which is German for evening. So basically Halloween is, oh, holy night, the ghouls are out, the candy's out to get you. I mean, that's really what Halloween is. It stands for holy night. In fact, holidays are a portmanteau. You combine the word holy and the word days. They're 2 days They're two words that you put together and you form another word. That's what Halloweekend is. You take Halloween and you take weekend and you put them together. And this year, Halloween starts on Friday, which means we have a whole weekend to celebrate, baby. And if you don't want to celebrate Halloween, then All Saints Day is the very next day. People, for religious reasons, don't want to celebrate Halloween. I understand that. Well, guess what? Then celebrate All Saints Day. I mean, to complain about Halloween, but then not to do any celebration of All Saints Day, which is the very next day, which in my studies came first, and Halloween, Samhain came after. To complain about one but not celebrate the other, you got two different ends of the spectrum here. You have Halloween or Samhain, and you have All Saints Day. So what I'm trying to say is Halloweekend. And remember, hallow is holy. Hallowed means holy. So it's Holy Weekend. Whether you're going to celebrate All Saints Day or you want to celebrate Halloween, we get to celebrate all weekend long. That's why Halloweekend was even put together. That's what the DJ said when I listened to him a few days ago. And I never heard of Halloweekend before. I just didn't. But it was a bunch of adults that wanted to say, wait a minute, we want to celebrate Halloween too. It's like tricks. Tricks are for kids, right? Halloween, is it for adults or is it for kids?
It's fun for adults, but it's really, really all about the kids.
Well, there's a lot of people that think it's for adults too, or want it to be for adults. That's why Halloweekend was even invented. It's also why Summerween was invented. Summerween is a time where people celebrate in June. Some do it in June, some do it in July, but they celebrate Halloween halfway through the year. And they'll do it all year long. So Halloweekend, even if Halloween doesn't come on the weekend, they usually pick the people that celebrate Halloweekend. They find the weekend closest to Halloween, and they celebrate Halloween on that weekend as well as on the actual day, which is awesome because it's on Friday this year. We get to spend an entire weekend celebrating. Now, if you've been a Happy Lifer for very long at all, you'll know that we've been a proponent of, this is why I like Halloweekend, the idea so much. We've been a proponent of all of our holidays should be extended. They should be longer than one day. There's a reason why it was made a holiday, because someone or something is so momentous that we all need to celebrate it as an entire nation, whatever nation you're from. Every nation has its own holy days, has its own holidays. They're momentous, and they should be celebrated more than one day. And here's why. Holidays are amazing. They lead to living a happy life. Holidays are vital. They're important. Like we said earlier, holiday is a portmanteau that comes from holy and days. And put it together, you got holidays. So celebrating a holiday is a holy thing. Now, not a lot of people consider it holy, but I think it's extremely holy to celebrate the holidays. And this is why. Holidays, it's something that we need to do. Even in the Bible, when something big happened, God would instruct the people to go get a bunch of rocks and make this great big huge pile that they would call an altar, so that every time they saw that altar, they would remember what happened in that spot. The Bible is full of God instructing his people to throw parties, to throw celebrations over Passover. The Bible is full of all sorts of feasts, all sorts of celebrations, because celebrations are a holy thing. There's a lot of people out there that misrepresent holiness. They think it means you have to, it looks like you're sucking on lemons all the time and, walk around, I want to buy Domino's pizza. And like you have to be sad all the time. No. It's a holy thing to celebrate. God, every time when God, in the creation story, when God would make a part of creation, he would sit back and he would say, that was good. Holidays are vital to our well-being. They improve, first of all, our mental health. They reduce stress. Think about it. Celebrating a holiday gives us a break from the routine, which lowers our stress hormones. It reduces fatigue. It refreshes our minds. It refreshes our bodies. It reduces stress. Celebrating holidays improves our mental health. That's why our holidays should be an entire weekend long and not just one day, no matter what the holiday is. When we celebrate holidays, we take a step back. It gives us mental clarity. Sometimes we just overthink, and we're always right in the middle of it, in the middle of all the noise, all the stuff that's going on. When we step back and celebrate a holiday and we give ourselves a break, we allow ourselves to do that because everyone else is doing it. That step back gives us mental clarity. Sometimes to think clearly, we have to step back from the situation. That's what holidays help us do. So holidays improve our mental health. They improve our physical health. Taking breaks can reduce heart attack risks and strengthen the immune system. Taking a break gives us an opportunity to step back and catch up, to step back and let our bodies catch up. That's why we have a couple days every week that we would call a weekend, where we can step back from everything. We need to do that. That helps our physical health. It gives us an opportunity to step back, slow down, and let our bodies catch up to our spirits, or let our spirits catch up to our bodies. However, it needs to be worded there. But it gives a chance to catch up. Holidays improve our physical health. Celebrating holidays improves our mood and increases our happy. Because think about it. Holidays are about being grateful for something or for someone. That's what holidays are created for. Something momentous happened, and we are grateful for something or someone, even Arbor Day, whatever is that. I think that's for trees, right? But that holiday is about celebrating, being grateful for trees. Every holiday that I can think of is about being grateful for something or someone. Holidays also are full of a lot of memories of past holidays. So holidays, they improve our mood, increase our happiness, because they bring up memories of what has happened in the past in those holidays. Because usually with holidays, we oftentimes spend them with our family, or we spend them with people that are important to us. Which leads me into another reason why holidays are so important to celebrate. What they do for us, they improve our relationships, our family, our neighbors. You know, oftentimes we're hanging out with neighbors. Halloween is so great because, I'll talk about why Halloweekend is so good in a second, but Halloween is so great because it's a holiday where neighbors go from house to house. It might be the only time that some neighbors talk with each other. And everyone's excited. They're seeing the little kids dressed up as all sorts of things, and they're talking with each other. That's what celebrating holidays does. It improves our relationships with our neighbors so many times. Our friends. It helps with our coworkers. Oftentimes, jobs will celebrate. They'll decorate the office. And we're all doing it together now. We're all in this thing together. Holidays give us something to talk about with each other. Holidays remind us of what's really important. Sometimes you get so busy, caught up in the fray, just go, 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 go. And then you step back and you take a holiday and you begin to focus on this thing that the holiday's about, what you're grateful for. And it reminds you of what is really important. And sometimes when we just have pedal to the metal, we just keep on going, we think that that's important. It isn't until we stop, step back, and we think, and we remember what's really important. So celebrating holidays remind us of what's really important. They also remind us of things other than our normal. It's a break from all of that. There's a thing out there called pattern disruption that a lot of CEOs have used and other leaders have used. And pattern disruption is you change things around. We've talked about this before, but maybe one of the simplest ways would be to reverse your closet or reverse your drawers. And so when you normally go to your underwear drawer, it's a sock drawer instead. And what happens is that change in your routine kind of forces the brain to wake up and go, wait a minute, where are my socks? Oh, they're in this drawer. That's what holidays do, because we can just go on the same routine over and over and over again. But a holiday shows up, and all of a sudden, we're out of our normal now. We're out of our normal. We're reminded of something other than what we're always in the thick of. Holidays, they remind us to reflect, to think. They remind us to learn about other cultures and other people. That's a good thing. There's more to this world than just us. There's other cultures out there, and people believe the way they believe because their culture is different than our culture. And you mix these cultures together, you begin to think of other cultures, begin to hang out with other cultures. Not only does your relationships improve with those people, but you improve as a person. You become bigger as a person. Your life just got bigger as a person because now you've embraced another culture. You've learned or you've explored other cultures. Which leads me into something else that holidays do is we explore our ancestors, those that have gone before us. So many holidays have to do with the past. Like even look at Christmas, which is coming up here. Christmas, we sing all songs that were written way hundreds of years ago. We're singing these things. Holidays, they get us to think, to explore. They get us to think about our ancestors, to explore what life was like back then. The last reason I want to say, and there's probably so many more, but the last reason that I like celebrating holidays so much, it's the anticipation of a holiday coming. That's why I love the fact that I'm putting this out on Monday, and we've got 5 days to get ready for Halloween. Because the anticipation of an event coming, like vacation, you plan vacation sometimes for a year, sometimes for longer than that. You might plan a 50th wedding anniversary, or you might plan, a 21st birthday. You plan those things out. And the anticipation of it coming, it increases your endorphins. It increases our happy. It increases our mood. Sometimes the anticipation of the event is even better than the event itself. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Think about what are you going to do? It's Halloweekend. It's Halloweekend. It's a holy weekend. We have a whole weekend to celebrate holidays. To celebrate, to be grateful, to be thankful, to hang out with friends. And that's why I love Halloweekend. I mean, I might not be ready for Halloween yet. But I tell you what, I certainly could be talked into Halloweekend. And this is why. I mean, first of all, there's the costumes. You get to dress up all weekend long. You can dress up however you want. I mean, maybe you want to feel more powerful or more innocent. Maybe you want to feel like, you want to be that superhero. Or there's something about dreaming and creating and using our imagination that we're often told that as adults we shouldn't do that. Well, I disagree. As adults, we should do it even more. We need to do it even more. And we could spend an entire weekend dressing up as however we want to dress and just being the person that we feel like we want to be that weekend. So I'm definitely down with Halloweekend. Not only that, we get to eat candy all weekend long.
It's like candy.
Yes, sir. Sign me up. We get to hang out with friends. All weekend, we get to hang out with friends. It's like an extended party. It's more than just dressing up. It's neighbors smiling and laughing and talking and hanging out with each other. And I hope your Halloweekend is full of that. So let me be the first to say, Happy Halloweekend.
Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. And you will be happy too.
I might not be ready for Halloween yet. Summer, don't go. But you could talk me into Halloweekend. Remember, life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean it can't be happy.
StevoHays.
We need to party. We need to step back. We need to rest. We need to contemplate. We need to reevaluate. We need to remember. So happy Halloweekend.
And you will be happy too. StevoHays.